Welcome to another Pike and Shot battle, although this is not in the era of Pike and Shot. It's Omdurman, 1898. In reality, it was kind of a massacre, I think, of Maxim guns and modern rifles against spears, swords, and a few rifles, but maybe we'll get an actual battle this time. We've got enclosures to hide behind, and let's see, it looks like our British troops are above average rifle and bayonet, and our colonial troops are raw or average. Okay, and in reserve, more raw colonials. Camel Corps, bayonet carbine. I wonder what the range is. 6 for carbines. What about for rifles? 8 for rifles. Interesting. Okay. Old Fort. I wonder, do I want to extend my line to that? I don't think I really do. No, I don't think so. We have light lancers for cavalry. Okay, so we will get our reserve infantry here and here to plug gaps, along with our battery of guns. I think we'll... Well, it says here's an enclosure, although I don't see it there. Interesting. Okay. And the Camel Corps, I think, will spread to the flanks to try to push out a bit. We're all under the cover of the gunboats of the Navy. Alright, so we'll just sit in our square and see what happens. Next turn. Swordsmen, spearmen, riflemen. I don't know what the cavalry are armed with, but it looks like lances. Yeah. Nice touch, heaps of bodies and shovels. Lovely scenery. Here we go. Riflemen, spearmen. Right, not much to see yet. Cavalry, let's see. Carbine, impact mounted swordsmen. So we not want to send our own horse out against them. Okay. Keep pushing the infantry to their reserve positions. Probably limber up these guns and move them somewhere useful. I might line the infantry up behind the guns so that if they break our guns, they would immediately be faced with a point-blank volley of rifle fire. Alright, we'll shift you forward a bit. and get the guns out front. I don't really care if the guns get overrun. Okay, and then cavalry to the center of the position, and then they will face outwards from there. That's all we need to do. Next turn. See, what was the key combination? There we go. Maybe not the best view. What are the numbers? We're only outnumbered 2-1 actually. Not even gonna bother manually targeting, so I don't really care. There we go. And I think we are more or less set. Good. Next turn. A little bit of artillery too. So one thing to note, the spearmen and swordsmen, their melee POA will not come into play against troops with bayonet unless those troops are unsteady, whether disordered or disrupted. The bayonet doesn't actually have a melee POA itself either, it just cancels out enemy POAs. All right. Might as well hit the cavalry as we have a chance of disrupting them anyway. No such luck. One more turn and we'll unlimber these guns. Keep our reserves just out of cohesion check range at least. Though of course artillery does not cause cohesion check on infantry. Alright, we should be pretty much all set then. Next turn. The enclosure doesn't give any POA bonuses, but it does give us protection from cavalry. But I'm willing to step out of them just to get the extra firepower. I think the firepower of the artillery is honestly less effective than these battalions of foot, but the foot is more useful as a reserve than artillery would be, so if the guns get overrun, so be it. Great, that was extremely ineffective. Let's try again. No cohesion failure anyway. Just out of range. Okay. Next turn. Should be just out of rifle shot now. Alright, do we score any disruptions? Kind of doubt it, but it's possible, I suppose. No. No cavalry that we can hit, so I suppose we'll... And the riflemen are skirmishers, aren't they? Yep. So less likely to do any damage. Impact foot, that could be bad. The swordsmen also? Yep, they're all impact foot. Interesting. Impact foot, light spear. Would that combine then? I think it would. So I think they're at plus 200 in charging versus foot, which is the same as salvo. Pretty scary. Alright, something to be aware of. Nope. Alright, do we need to do anything else? I think we do not. Next turn. One disruption on the spearmen. Okay. I think I'm just going to largely ignore the riflemen. Melee infantry worries me a lot more overall. These corners could be troublesome too. Lots of disruptions, but is it enough disruptions? Frag is good. If we can inflict breaks and cascading routes, that would be useful. Right, I think that's just about everyone. I think we'll want our cavalry ready to rush in and countercharge any breakthroughs in the corners of the square. Next turn. I'm not really concerned enough about the rifle fire to shoot that much at the riflemen, especially because they are lightfoot, so their braking will not cause cohesion checks amongst their heavier brethren. Okay. Who do we need to look out for? Spearmen, cavalry. Held firm. Decisively held firm. Also held firm. Good. Disruption. Now we need to hit their melee troops. Oh, we can spend one volley on the riflemen too. Okay, very good. Good. Close range fire is pretty brutal. Held firm. Can the naval artillery? Yes. We'll turn it so it's just facing right down this field of fire here. Good. Turn these guys. Score another disruption. We haven't done a lot of braking. That's okay. The main point is to score enough disruptions that a charge to contact does not prove fruitful. Okay. All right. I think that ought to be just fine. Next turn. I'm worried about this left corner of the square disrupting from rifle fire. Ugh, I wish men had more fire discipline. Higher quality units hold their fire until better moments, but we don't have very many high quality units. And we have well-armed units, but in terms of quality, they're not especially impressive. Waste of bullets. rather save them for these units here. That was good though. And we can get our artillery and Maxim guns opening up now. To little effect. There we go. Still not what I was hoping for though. Okay, let's see here. I would like to see if I can cause a frag. Maybe here? I said here. Thank you. We're at half arc now, unfortunately, so I want to turn the gun after firing. So we can shoot straight down here. Good. It'll save us for one more turn. What can we hit? Huh. I think I'd rather save ammo for the melee troops. Held firm. Swordsman, impact foot, held firm. And held firm. Oh, fine. Frag the rifleman. Okay. They're out of the way. Turn. Turn. Huh. Impressive. We're just gonna have to take the close range rifle fire. It's disagreeable. It's gonna break the corner of the square. Hopefully, we pass cohesion checks with our adjacent Northumberland Fusiliers. Okay. Held firm. Okay. This part is looking a bit dangerous then. Frag that unit. Good. Impact foot. Lots of impact foot. Okay. So just the reserves are left to move, and they are going to just stay in reserve. Especially because of bad things could happen here. What I might do is push our cavalry reserve here. If they break through and pursue, we might be able to hit them in the flank. Okay. Next turn. Well, there goes pretty much all of our opportunity fire. And he's masking his fragmented unit. I suppose it is the upside of losing our guns there, is we can move up a unit to reinforce. As we feared. Good. The enclosure protects us. Oh, very nice. Oh, looks like the bayonet does offer a melee POA here. Suppose it is a modded scenario. Plus 50 POA versus foot unless fragged or severely disordered. Interesting. Okay, that makes things a little bit better than I thought. Run away. Yeah, just get to cover. Okay, let's see here. Good. Good. These guns can't really hit anything. I guess I'll just turn. And here, I think we'll get ready for a wraparound with these 3 battalions of infantry. Unless, let's just send one around this way. What can you hit? Not much yet, but once these routers get out of the way, they can start shooting down the line there. close range firing is much more effective. Move up another battalion of Egyptian infantry. Good. Let's see. This unit can start joining the wraparound. This unit will push to the left, and I think things are looking rather more serious in this direction, perhaps. We'll keep that one unit in reserve. Cavalry, though, can start sallying out. Okay. I don't know if I'll win, but I will make it bloody, he says. Yeah, it's already getting pretty bloody. My gun crews are basically getting massacred, so at least some of my army is having a bad day. And, I made a mistake. Well, I suppose I was locked in by that unit, but as a result, am I exposed to a flank charge? Oh no, the enclosure should prevent us from being flanked. It also allows light infantry to charge us, but it's not very worrisome. More stupendous waste of ammunition. I would have thought they could have held on in the enclosure, but I guess they still dispersed. Oh, a disruption and screening the advance of the spearmen, so we're going to have a hole open up here. Does not protect us. What a shame. I really thought it did. Oh, that's not good. More disruptions. Alright. This was looking much better 1 turn ago. I suppose it's good to have a more exciting match. Yeah, pretty even. I like that. Oh, it's spectacular. That's less spectacular. Oh, the whole side of the square is gone. Did not see that coming. Well, cavalry. Try to fill the gap a bit. Could cause a break or stand and shoot. Damn. Just kind of hoping, not much chance. Frag the cavalry, it's fine. Then zone of control lock the spearmen. Good. But they hold firm. Alright, what about this situation? I think charge them. They did not evade. We did not. Okay. Better. Maybe... no. Very well. We cannot keep this flank exposed, so we will turn. Well, maybe... no. Well, that's mighty threatening, isn't it? Very good. Okay, you actually wheel about. I think a broad advance is still better. Good. Good. Turn these guns. March, turn, and fire. Do we charge or do we turn? I think we must turn. And then, who to fire at? You. Good. Keep marching to fill the gaps. Turn around the Maxim guns. And the battery. Speaking of the Maxim guns, hit these swordsmen. What a disaster. This is not as well as it went historically, but I suppose it is supposed to be a balanced scenario after all. We do have this side in the bag. a little bit of trash talk going back and forth with, well, I guess it's gigantic nerd trash talk, but Abu Klea was a famous incident where British square was broken and overrun. And of course, Isandlwana was a destruction of an entire colonial army by the Zulu. I don't think we're looking at anything of that magnitude, but it's not looking as good as I would like. Ugh, the flank. Do we disrupt? That's the question. Seems not. Hold firm. Impressive. Khalifa's riflemen, so non-light riflemen. Disrupt on impact. Maintain a 7-point lead. Not with that going on. That should even it out. 6-point lead. Okay. Let's charge this Frad cavalry and see where that takes us. Good. How's this melee? Bayonet and we're steady, so we cancel out swordsmen. Very good. Held firm. Keep turning these guns. Ooh, these Maxims here. Okay. Extra cohesion? No. Surprising. Well, other than the gigantic hole in the line here, it's going well. Let's work on plugging that gap with this unit. Can you hit anything? Kind of. Nothing useful. Okay. Next up. Ah. They all held firm. Okay. we lock this unit in, then we can roll this a little bit. Well, hopefully start rolling it. And unfortunately, we cannot hit any fragged units with our ships. What a mess. Next turn. Still up 15. Very good. Let's roll that up then. Ooh. Dropped cohesion on impact. So we bounce them. Good. Another flank attack. Not out of the woods yet. Lead expanded by 2% to 19. We will lose both of these units, unfortunately. Lovely. Alright. Where can we attempt to recover? You run away. Maxim guns. Not a break, unfortunately. This unit's going to turn to face next turn and then get flanked, and there's nothing we can do about it. Held firm. That's all I have over here, I think. Well, things are looking better over here. Ish. Damn. Need to frag this unit so they can't hit us in the flank, and we cannot. I'll hold firm. Guess turn around and fire the other direction for now. Oh good, let's do that. Oh, what a colossal mess. Next turn. That just about completes the destruction of the left side. Ooh. Ooh. Gross. Uh-huh. Well, it wasn't pretty, but looks like we've barely scraped over the line. Well, I think I made a mistake keeping my infantry behind my guns. I think I honestly would have been better off advancing out of the camp a bit, lengthening the line like this, anchored on the slope with the guns and infantry interspersed. I think just bringing every single rifle and cannon to bear early on would have been more useful than my attempt at having reserves, which really just got piled onto in melee. But a win is a win, so good game to my opponent. Till next time.